Yeah. So if there's anything specific, that we touch on that you want us to expand on, just let us know.
Okay. Yep. So let's start with our hormone stories.
Okay. You go. Yep.
So, my name is Robin. I'm 50. And I have polycystic ovary disease, which means you don't ovulate regularly. And my whole life, nobody told me that you could control that through diet or anything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, even like when I was trying to get pregnant, no, they didn't tell me that. So anyway, I used to get headaches 3 weeks out of the month. I just have had a lot of hormonal issues. And then I went and got a foot detox, and I got my period. I hadn't had my period for like 4 or 5 months. And I got my period the next day. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, but maybe coincidence. So then another 4 or 5 months go by, and I get another foot detox, and I get my period that night. And I'm like, oh my God, that's not really a coincidence. I don't really think that's coincidence. So I started researching PCOS, and then that's when I learned, oh, you can address that with diet. And I ended up going gluten-free, and it took like, I want to say 5 or 6 months. And then I started getting regular. And then it kind of evened out. And now I'm really working on I'm a complex case and total work in progress. But now that I'm 50, I have a regular period. I think it's very funny. I think it's super, super duper funny. But, I do work on my diet and my supplements and my essential oils to help me, so I don't have those pesky symptoms that we all find normal, because we all have them, but they're actually symptoms, so we don't want them. Right?
Isn't it like modern medicine to not know what to tell you or not to bother to tell you, and we have to research it on our own?
It is pretty sad.
Ridiculous.
It is really sad. I took Clomid for 1 month to get pregnant. I didn't know anything that I know now.
Yeah. If we just would have known.
Time.
That's right.
Turn back time. Anyway, so like through my healing journey, that's why I don't have the headaches. Like I don't get those headaches like I used to. 3 weeks.
Oh, yay.
3 different weeks. It was really bad.
Yep.
So do you want to share?
Yeah. So mine, really quickly, when, this is many years ago, maybe like 5 years ago, but I, was convinced that I was pregnant because I had like all this weight, like right here on the middle. I felt like I really was 4 months pregnant just suddenly.
Wow.
And, I took 4 pregnancy tests because I was convinced. I'm like, what else could it be? And I was very hormonal. I was, my breasts were tender. Like a lot of the signs, I was like, surely there is a baby in there. There just has to be. And I went to the OB, and she was so sweet. She's like, yeah, no, your progesterone is so off the charts low that it is mimicking all these symptoms. And so I was like, okay. And so I had no idea. I said, well, you can either try and, work on it naturally, or you can go to a compound pharmacy and get some progesterone. And I was like, I'll just, I'll do it on my own. So that's when we have Progestins Plus, which we'll talk about. Are you on Progestins Plus? Are you familiar with that?
I'm not on anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
you probably need to be on something.
That's really popular.
We'd be happy to.
It's really, really popular. And it's a serum. And so within weeks, I was like back to normal, because I was doing the same, eating the same, exercising the same, but my body had totally changed. And I was irate, and I was depressed about it. I was like, this is crazy. I could see if I was doing all this crazy stuff, but I didn't change anything, but my hormones changed. So now I'm just like, Rama, I'm in a, just a maintenance mode. We just rebalance every day.
But I was thinking you're actually lucky that it showed up on the traditional doctor's radar. So a lot of times, and a lot of people say in a lot of our hormone classes that they're within normal range, but they don't feel normal. And so they're being told like, oh, it's because, you're a mom and you're working, or you're 50, or, like a whole different, all these
My
different.
whole life. It's because you're a mom.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because you're a mom, but and the blood work said they're within normal range, but I think normal range is really just like the normal for America. It's not necessarily.
Yeah.
So one thing we do encourage people to do is if you do get a blood test and you're not feeling normal, to find more answers. So you could go to a functional doctor, you could find a naturopath. I personally like muscle testing. So there's lots of different ways to find more answers. And also we need to say we're not doctors.
Oh yeah.
FYI.
Yep. We are not. We're not here
That's
to
our disclaimer.
prescribe or diagnose or do any of that stuff. Thank goodness. We're just here to share information as women who have been through some
A
junk.
lot.
Yeah.
So we're glad you're here with us today.
Thank you. Now I have to ask you,
Mhm.
I didn't quite get to finish my dinner. Do you mind if I eat while you talk?
Not
We
at all.
ate so fast. That's fine.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I got home from work really late today.
It looks nutritious, so that's better.
It's only part of my dinner. That part is nutritious. It's like
Okay. That looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. So Susan is a teacher. She's an art teacher.
Oh, cool.
She's awesome. We've known each other for, I don't even know how long time. Our kids went to school at St. Luke's together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We have notes because we don't want to get off
Oh
track.
yeah, we're total squirrels and we will go off
it's
on,
okay.
yeah. So
We
I'm
love
gonna
this
mute myself so you don't hear me chewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But please ask, like, stop us if you have questions or comments.
yeah, just
Okay.
raise your hand. All right, cool.
Cool.
So welcome. You know, a lot of times our bodies can feel like a mystery, like mine was. But this class is just to help you better understand. And we're the six top hormones, and a few reasons why they might get off kilter in some ways, and some things you can do to support a happy, healthy hormone.
Maybe we could scan the flyer we usually get for her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll get
You
you
do
a
it.
flyer.
Well, yeah, I have to drop off. I have your rollerball right here. So I got to figure out how to get that to you. Can I just go to the gate or tonight, or should I go tomorrow?
You can go to the gate anytime. I'll put your name on there.
Okay, great. Perfect.
And then
Nice.
you would have to drive back to my house though.
Yeah, I know. You just have to remind me of your address if you don't mind. Otherwise I can look it up.
332.
Okay.
No, we're recording this. Just text her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just- That's okay. I can take those little things out, but
Let me tell the whole world my address.
so
Like she said, we're only doing the top 6. There are more hormones, but we would never get through this class in 1 hour.
yes, there's no
So
way.
we picked the top 6.
Right. And we did do a hormones part 2
We
because
did.
there are we wanted to deep dive into endocrine disruptors, like a lot of the estrogens that we have out there. We wanted to deep dive in that, thyroid and adrenals, because everybody's adrenals are like shot.
Especially right now.
Okay.
Okay.
When you talk about muscle testing, I always test low on the adrenals. I've been taking adrenal support for the past, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years.
Wow. Yeah, adrenals. So I was working a corporate job before Julie and I started teaming up. And all of a sudden around 3 o'clock, I started having this back pain. And I was like, what is this? And it was my adrenals. Yeah, because I went and got tested just to make sure. My mom's like, maybe you did that in exercise. I'm like, it's 3 o'clock. That's too random. It's just so weird. No, it was my adrenals. And so I know that like when I get this particular back pain, it's my adrenals and I need more adrenal support. But we actually have a lot of great supplements here that help our hormones and adrenals.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I need even more than this. So I think everybody has a lot of stress right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I think so.
I know. All right. Yeah, let's start.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start. All right. So you want to talk about this one first? Just what are hormones?
Oh yeah, hormones are those chemicals that circulate throughout the body, working hard to keep you healthy, and they're responsible to make sure body systems function correctly. So they control lots of things. Hormones regulate growth, sex drive, sexual development, reproduction, sexual function, metabolism, thirst. I mean, pretty much
Everything.
everything that happens in our body there's a hormone there connected.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people right now settle for like low energy or mood issues. And a lot of times that starts with your thyroid. And you can really, if you fix that or work on that, then you won't have as much energy issues. Yes.
Did you say hormones can affect your thirst?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which hormone is that?
Well, because if you have a thyroid issue, like one of the symptoms of having a thyroid issue is thirst.
Okay.
I don't know what I don't know which hormone does that. You can look that up.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you.
I have it.
Yeah, so like when you go to the
endocrinologist,
endocrinologist, one of the symptoms like on that symptom survey is thirst. And actually also if it's like pressure right here, like trouble swallowing, things like that in your throat. A lot of times you think it might be your throat, but actually it is your thyroid. And I can tell sometimes when I take this supplement called Thyromin. I can tell when sometimes I need extra thyroid support. Sometimes it's my body telling me I'm swallowing my feelings, and sometimes it's my thyroid. Let's be honest. Okay, so we're gonna.
I have a whole chart that talks about some of those functions, but it's very small. So
and I can't even read it.
I know, right? It's so small.
I mean,
so
it's also light.
But we'll get that info too.
All right,
okay.
Let's start. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. So our number one is estrogen. Okay. So estrogen is a female sex hormone. It's produced mainly in the ovaries and is key. It's a key hormone for women in particular because it's responsible for menstruation, menopause, reproduction, sex drive, and bone and blood health. So high estrogen levels increase risks for breast and uterine cancer, and too much estrogen can also lead to depression or general moodiness. So low levels of estrogen can cause skin issues like acne, lesions, and thinning skin, and also is linked to hair loss. So, the food that we eat, a lot of it mimics estrogen. So if you're eating foods with GMOs in it that has glyphosate. Thank you, glyphosate. I always transpose I always say glyphosate.
Yeah.
Glyphosate. I'm a ding dong. Anyway, that chemical mimics estrogen in your body, and that is not good at all. So a lot of us have estrogen dominance. It's a big issue in the US and also with men too. You know how men have sometimes breasts, that's estrogen dominance. So the meats that we eat, those have a lot of antibiotics in it. That all affects our hormones.
Isn't soy full of estrogen?
Yeah. Well, soy is the top GMO along with corn.
Okay.
So that would, to me, that's like the number one issue with soy.
The way it's processed. I mean, soy gets a bad rap, I think, but yeah, I mean, because there was a study that came out and, it linked it to some of the high estrogen, especially with boys. So, but yeah, I would say the processing and the GMO issue
the biggest
is like
issue.
the biggest issue. Yeah.
But that's a good question. And actually a lot of people probably have that same question.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. So you had to know estrogen increases cell growth rate and regulates our healthy metabolism. Yeah. So like, that's why I say I'm like a work in progress because I'm totally estrogen dominant, but I've come a long way. I still have a little bit more to go. Right.
And the key with the hormones, like the reason why a lot of times we do get messed up is the estrogen can be really high. And then if you have low progesterone, that vast difference in there can just wreak havoc in your body. So a lot of times if they're, God intended them to be at certain levels and in balance. But when they shift and one goes up and one goes low, then we get these wonky things happening.
Yep. You
Okay.
should just talk about progesterone now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we might as well just talk about.
Okay. So number 2, progesterone.
Right. And there's also a chart.
I'm going to get
Just-
plus while you do that.
Okay. Just so you know, there is a chart here, and I didn't really know this, but a lot of times, if we're dealing with progesterone or even estrogen, it actually can be a precursor hormone like pregnenolone and DHEA that comes before them. So just keep that in mind as we're talking about these very specific hormones. There are precursor hormones that do a lot of stuff. And especially as we age, our DHEA, when we get older as women, drops significantly. And then pregnenolone is absolutely huge. So we'll talk about PD80.
But what do you
What do you
mean
mean? What do you mean by precursor?
Yeah. So precursor pregnenolone is responsible for getting the progesterone out. Okay. So this hormone will come first, and then
so this is
will
dependent on this.
dependent on that. Yep. And then estrogen over here, same kind of thing, but with DHEA, and then pregnenolone. So it's, yeah. So this was really kind of shocking to me. I was like, what? I just didn't know that things had to happen before. So a lot of times people will try and fix things down here, but yet it could be DHEA that they're really low in.
Yeah.
Or
It's like
pregnenolone.
vitamin absorption. Sometimes you have to have one to get the other.
Mhm.
Okay. So we
Oh yeah. So progesterone is really that, again, dominant female hormone, opposes estrogen, don't want that huge gap. And this is a hormone that's released in the ovaries. Okay. And it plays an important role in the menstrual cycle, maintaining the early stages of pregnancy. And it can also be involved in the growth of certain cancers. So if progesterone is absent or levels are too low, like I had, you're going to have irregular and heavy menstrual bleeding. Like I had, my period totally stopped. So I was convinced I was pregnant. And a drop in progesterone during pregnancy can result in a miscarriage or early labor. So like other hormones, if you can hold them, they will protect against cancer. Like God made that inherent in our bodies so we could have some protection against cancer. But since we have hard time holding them, that's when things happen.
So we have the serum. It's what Julie mentioned it earlier. It's called Progestins Plus. It's made out of yam extract. And when your progesterone goes low, like when you have your period, like I just take some like that. And a lot of times I put it on my Vitaflex point on my ankle. But just get it on your body.
Mm-hmm. You have Vitaflex points on your ankle for your ovaries. Same with the men for their testes. And so you can actually put it there. I like to put it here. Robin does not like putting things on her neck.
I don't.
But I just like take it, and I don't do it every single night. I kind of mix things up a little bit, but
I put this on every night. But then when I have my period, I put it on morning and night. And the first 2 days, I put it on a lot because Julie even said heavy menstrual bleeding and also cramping. So I just try to fix that big drop, and it really helps me. I really like it.
So what if what's what I'm looking for? What if you're menopausal, or you're all like talking about before menopause. What if you're in the midst of it, or
I mean, I am, but you still have these hormones that are coursing through. So you still need to maintain them. Yeah, exactly.
You still have to be in balance, even after you're in menopause, even when you're done.
Yep.
You still have the hormonal issues.
Yep. Unless you get those organs get taken out, you're still going to be producing.
But don't get your organs taken out.
Please don't take your organs out.
We don't want to do that.
No organs out. Okay.
All right. So number 3 is testosterone.
Okay. And this is the key male sex hormone. We also, as women, have it in lower levels, obviously, in the ovaries and the adrenals. Testosterone is responsible for regulating sex drive, muscle strength, fat distribution, bone mass, and production of red blood cells. In women, if we get too much of it, it can cause acne, thinning of hair on the head, more body and facial hair, obviously, low libido, irregular periods, and reduction in breast size. And, the men's sperm count is like an all-time low, like it continues to drop. So, there is definitely support needed, for men. And, we do have a supplement for them too, that we might
And
talk
also-
about, but,
Right.
and we do have Mister. This oil is a blend called Mister. And what's in Mister? We need to look at that. But that is a great one to help balance the testosterone.
Sesame seed oil, sage, fennel, lavender, myrtle, yarrow, peppermint. Oh, remember when we smelled yarrow?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yarrow is not available by itself in the US, but we smelled it distilled. It was so good.
It was so good. It was
Hi,
awesome.
Jonathan.
Her son just walked in.
Yeah. All right. So that was number 3. So number
So wait, before you go on, you've got Mr. and what was the other one you said you had for that particular hormone?
Oh, we have a supplement called Powergize. And Powergize, we don't have an example here, but it is, I can tell you a little bit about it. Hold on one second. I do have.
Is it a supplement?
Yeah, it is a supplement. So it's kind of looks like this in this type of bottle. And do you want to get your supplement book or do you?
I don't have a supplement book, but I have my book.
Oh, you have your book. Does it have supplements in there?
Yeah.
Oh. Because I need to find the one for Femogen, or I have one for Femogen. We're going to talk about a supplement that is really great for the females. But Powergize can also be used for women.
Yep.
But
I like these questions. Keeps us, and that's how we learn more too.
right.
Okay, Powergize. You didn't know that was this one.
Energize. No, I didn't know that. She has an awesome, here, show her the cover.
Okay, hold on a second.
She has an awesome, not unabridged.
Oh, an
I said-
unabridged one.
Yeah.
It's like the best thing
Like
in the
the
entire
real
world because
deal.
it has every single thing in here. Okay, Powergize, herbal supplement sustains energy, boosts stamina, increases strength, and enhances physical performance. Oh, ashwagandha,
Oh, yeah.
long jackroot, fenugreek seed, medium leaf, desert hyacinth root, tribulus fruit. Wow, lots of mira, palma bark, hyperomelos, rice flour, and silicon dioxide. And then it has Idaho blue spruce, goldenrod, and cassia. That's wow. I've never even had that one. Powergize.
Nope. I haven't either.
That's a good question. And actually there's times where men might need to take an extra estrogen one, like if they have some blood work and the doctor helps them, or if they want to experiment, that happens too. Like, you
How long
want
is Powergize? Oh, I just found it. Okay.
found it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So number 4, can we move? Are you ready to move on?
Yes,
Ready?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
forgot I'm the only one responding.
We're waiting for you. Okay, so number 4, I'm sure you've heard of, is cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone produced by our adrenal glands, which are these 2 small little like walnut shaped glands in the back here. So it mainly functions as a response to stress. It kicks into our body it kicks our body into survival mode in dangerous situations, which we've all heard before. So too much cortisol can result in hypertension, anxiety, high cholesterol, and autoimmune problems. And low levels of cortisol can cause problems like low blood pressure, fatigue, weakness, loss of appetite. Never had that. I haven't. I'm really honest about that. So we have this really cool supplement called Cortistop. This is what it looks like. I take this on and off depending if I need it, and you take it like when you wake up. It's got pregnenolone in it and DHEA. and a whole bunch of other things I can't pronounce. Black cohosh, LA, phospholipid, Clary Sage.
Phosphatidylcholine. Phosphatidylcholine.
How can you pronounce that? I think we have these different strains. I think Julie's really good at some of these like words where I'm not, but I'm good at remembering other things that she's not. Fennel, frankincense, peppermint, Canadian.
Because I write the like actual.
Oh, you write the.
I write the phonetic like.
I love it. So you can help your cortisol levels by upping your magnesium. So you can eat spinach or avocado, olives. And we also have another awesome supplement called Super B, which is a methylated B. That also can help too. That one's a really good one. We take that one a lot. It says all the B's in it.
I love that.
That's a good one.
So with Cortistop, and the thing I love about it is these supplements are regulators. So it's not like we're not like bumping up hormone levels. Their intent is to like regulate
Regulate it. Gotcha.
Yeah. So that
Super B, did you say?
Yep.
yeah, Super B. That should definitely be in your arsenal. Like right now, it does have zinc in it as well, and it has all the B's. So a lot of times, our moods are because we're lacking in the B.
B is in charge of energy. You know, a lot of people have heard of B12. This has thiamine. Well, these are all the thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, B6, folate, B12, biotin, pantothenic acid, calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, and manganese. Here's a little good fact. A lot of disease starts with some of these micronutrient deficiencies like selenium, manganese. So that's what's really cool about taking supplements is that you're programming your body to not have some of those deficiencies to let disease grow. And there's lots of different ones, but this one's really cool. And look, like the yellow.
It will make your B a little bit bright yellow because of all the niacin. But I love that. I absolutely love our B's. Especially.
Super B, right?
Yep,
Yeah, this is Super B. And just how Julie said about the supplements, because these supplements have essential oils in them, their absorption rate is higher than a traditional supplement. What do you
88% in 1 hour versus like 35% in 24 hours. That would be like a high-end supplement.
Yeah.
But with our oils, the delivery system, it can get through that membrane with the essential oil and get the information into the cell. So I love it. And the other thing that I love when I went to the OB, she was like, do you want to manage this on your own? And I was like, yeah, because if I go to the compound pharmacy, they're going to look at my levels, kind of give me, something. But we change every day. We're not the same. So I like things to go into my body, and when they're not needed, they exit my body.
Right. So like oils are adaptogenic, they are going to try to put your body into balance. And so it's not as programmed as a medicine you might buy at a pharmacy or something where it does the same job. You and I could take the same oil and it will do different things for our bodies. And if your body doesn't need it, it will just get rid of it. Now my daughters. Hi, baby. Okay. All right. So the next one.
Oh, you look so different.
Do you have a cord? I just got a low battery.
Ella, this is recording. Are you okay?
I'm gonna grab a drink while you grab a cord.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, is she low battery too? Oh,
I guess so.
Okay.
No, I needed a drink.
Oh,
left over from work.
I don't know. It might die. So
Julie, can you get me? I mean, Ella. Can you please give me a cord?
Well,
right now.
Julie, one more time.
Ella, please.
do you have a thingy?
Yeah.
No, it has to go over here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll move.
All right.
Where is
You're
it?
next. This one.
Okay, serotonin.
I don't
So
know,
this
you're
is
the
a
one who
feel-good
takes it.
hormone. You might have heard of serotonin as it relates to moods or mental health. 80%, maybe even more than that, is produced in our guts, which is totally crazy. If you think about like what
Really?
is going on in the world
Yes.
right now with depression, mental illness, all this kind of stuff that's happening, and our guts are hardwired to our brain. It's like a, back and forth, and 80% of our serotonin exists there, is produced there. So that's really scary. So it's involved also in memory and learning ability, sleep regulation, some muscle functions, and digestion. So low serotonin can cause depression, lead to weight gain, migraines, insomnia. If your cravings for carbohydrates might increase, or low on this end. On the opposite end of the spectrum, too much can cause confusion, agitation, lethargy. Thank you so much.
No, check if it's on that side.
Oh, right. Okay. Smart.
It's not long enough.
So smart. So smart.
Is there
Okay.
one on that side that will fit that?
Mhm.
So then put it in there. Oh, make sure to open this straw. You can't do it without that.
Oh, the teenager.
I know. We need like smart teens here. Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Ellen.
You're awesome. Okay. All right.
We're just two people.
Right.
What-
I know.
We're living our life.
That's
and
right.
this
That's
happens.
right. Yeah. So that's it on serotonin.
Well, I liked your reaction, Susan, about the emotion and the serotonin in the gut, because I think that a lot of people are struggling, especially our teens, with a lot of emotions, a lot of depression, anxiety, and people are not looking at their gut. So ways you can address the gut. We have a great biotic called Life 9. It has 30 billion nutrients. It's a really good one. We have a kids line called Kids something.
Mighty
Pro
Pro.
is yummy.
And my son used to take that. No, he still
Yeah.
does. He still takes that.
Yeah, I like it. I take it too
I do
sometimes.
too. Matthew gets it out for me every day. He's like, "Here you go,
It's so
Mom."
good. But
What's
anyway,
the adult one?
Life 9.
Life.
It's called Life
Mhm.
9. Yeah, it's got 30 in. It's got a good amount.
Okay.
All right, cool. Okay, the next one is kind of attached to cortisol is adrenaline. So adrenaline is by our adrenals, and it's what enables you to think and then act quickly in situations that are perceived as dangerous. So it's for that reason that adrenaline is referred to as the fight or flight hormone. We've all heard of that. The release of adrenaline sends extra blood to your heart and muscles. And the result of too much adrenaline can include high blood pressure, palpitations, rapid heartbeat, weight loss, anxiety, irritability, and dizziness. And it takes 72 hours for adrenals to get back to calm after, I know.
Really? 72?
Yeah. And this, my
So
son
sad.
has autism, and, they say that a lot of kids on the spectrum have a lot of fight or flight, and so years ago I was trying to just reduce his fight or flight because his anxiety is so high. So I put a lot of oils on the base of his spine to help work on that. But just think about these kids, like we want them to function in these environments, and take 72 hours for they're in another situation before
Right.
they even are okay with the one situation.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It is really crazy. And then the next hormone, are we actually talking about this one?
Thyroid.
The thyroid.
Yep.
So thyroid hormones come from our thyroid, obviously, and they're responsible for many things like we were talking about before. So they manage metabolism, all of our body cells. Then
All of our body what?
of all of our body cells. They manage the metabolism of all of our body cells. Sorry. This can affect our overall metabolism, weight gain and loss, energy, which we were talking about before, and our body temperature. This is a big one because my son always complains he's hot. I'm like, oh, we got some thyroid things to fix. So an imbalance of thyroid hormones can lead to issues like Hashimoto's and Graves. We know so many people that have thyroid issues right now.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
and like we were saying before, like people don't attribute these symptoms to their thyroid. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't have enough energy.
Mhm. Well, if you think about, I mean, all the stuff that we sprayed here in this area, like, you know, I mean, growing up as a teenager, like all that cheap, you know,
Obsession.
yeah, like all the fragrances and all the crazy stuff. We just, I mean, it's no wonder, you know, that we're kind of suffering the consequences.
That's true. There's other things that like, so the thyroid is this kind of like, I don't know, butterfly shaped gland right here. And like I was saying before, you know, sometimes if you feel it, you know, you have a thyroid issue. But not just the perfumes, but again, like any kind of chemicals that are going into our body, those are endocrine disruptors, and those really kind of affect how your thyroid functions, unfortunately. So even if you pick one chemical to take away, that would be amazing for your endocrine system. All right, that's 6.
Yay. So
That's 7.
That's what I was thinking.
oh, sorry. Of course it is.
All right, let's go over some of the oils.
Oh, okay. Very cool. You want to start with
No, you start.
okay. Well, I'm gonna actually start with Femigen.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So
Femigen,
this
okay.
this is a substance. This is for substance. I was
7.
looking at it at a word and then saying, okay. So perimenopause, hot flashes, fat burning. It does have glutathione support, which is awesome. Immunity support, appetite control, digestive aid, antioxidative, supports endurance, energy, fertility, stress, liver detox, joint support, all this great stuff. It has Don Quai in it, fennel, clary sage, ylang ylang.
Yep, I ran out of this, and boy,
Sage.
this created a whole problem for me.
It is awesome. That can really be, I don't really take this one, but women swear by this.
I do. So I actually bought this for my daughter from I had watched a video. So when she got her period, I was like, oh, I'm going to give her this, but I never did it. And then all of a sudden I needed it. Like I knew I had some issue, and I started taking this, and then I ran out, and then my thyroid tanked and created all kinds of other issues, which I won't go into, but I'm still like healing from it. Really needed it. It's got some really good stuff in addition to what you were saying.
Love that.
Magnesium, lots of great oils, L-cysteine. I can pronounce that one. Licorice, magnesium carbonate, black cohosh, lots of great stuff.
So it's a good option. Very good option.
Will you list the things again? You said perimenopause, hot flashes, immune support, endurance, joint support.
Fat burning, digestive aid, stress with that, liver detox. Our livers are so overtaxed right now.
That's what happened to me. So the thyroid, like my thyroid issue ended up giving me some food sensitivities, which I still have not recovered from. This is all in the past 2 months. It's been kind of crazy.
And joints too, as we get older, for women, our hormones are crucial for our joint support. And when those got a balance, then we start losing some muscle mass, and it's just harder on our joints if we don't have that strength in there. So that's really good.
Yep. All right. So we have a supplement also called Endogize. So anything with endo means endocrine system. I want to take this one. I haven't ever taken it.
So that one is also for men too. But it will also stop cortisol, and it will help with circulation, bodybuilding, cognition. It's also got a digestive aid. It has enzymes in it, energy, erectile dysfunction, fat burning, insulin support, libido. That one has blood sugar help in it, helps with memory, metabolism, and mood swings.
You go way too fast.
It has soy.
Will you do them again? I've got
Oh, okay. So,
Circulation, bodybuilding, cognition.
Libido, blood sugar help, memory,
Okay.
huge one. I mean, there's so much like brain fog going on.
That's a good point.
Memory, metabolism, and
Okay.
moods. And so for the men too, so it can help with erectile dysfunction as well. So it has like ginger and myrrh and cassia, clary sage, Canadian fleabane.
Ashwagandha. Oh wait, no, it's the wrong one.
And it has DHEA in it. So if this one also helps with like night sweats and those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, it does
It
have
does.
ashwagandha.
It does contain soy though. So
I know. I said that. No, it does have ashwagandha.
it has horny goat weed. I always love to say that. Horny goat weed.
It has
It might have soy, but I'm sure it's not the
Right. Yeah.
yucky soy. I can't think what you call it. GMO.
GMO.
There you go.
It does have a ashwagandha root.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And let's see.
It's got ginger, myrrh. Did you already say that? Cassia, clary sage, and Canadian fleabane. Okay.
Yep.
How's your warning? Contains soy.
Yep. And this will also help boost the testosterone up.
Yep.
So,
There's one more supplement that we did not talk about before we get into the oils, which is PD 8020.
oh, yeah.
And also when we were talking about Progestins Plus, we forgot to tell you that this is co-created by this doctor, Dr. Dan Purser, Pursor. He's a silly doctor in Utah, but he talks about, I say silly because he's silly,
He is silly.
but he's fun to
brilliant.
watch.
He's so brilliant.
He co-created that with Gary Young, and he's a neat doctor to follow if you're into that, because he talks about female hormones a lot.
Because what age? So Gary Young, who started Young Living, founded it. His wife had the first baby at 53 naturally, and the second one at 55. This oil was instrumental in helping her. He had to detox. There was like a lot of heavy metal detox stuff that needed to happen because she couldn't maintain a pregnancy because of all the heavy metals. So there was a lot of work that had to be done. It wasn't just that oil, but that was instrumental.
Yeah.
Which oil is that?
The Progestins Plus. When we were talking about your progesterone going low. It just reminded me, because I was going to say this other supplement, but I wanted to say this first because there's a supplement called PD 8020. Did he collaborate with Gary on that? Because he talks about it a lot.
Yep.
Okay. So that has pregnenolone and DHEA in it.
It has no essential oils actually in that one.
That's very weird because most of
know.
our supplements have oils.
I know.
But
no. What has no oil in it?
PD
This-
8020. I haven't. We
Oh
couldn't find
yeah,
it.
we couldn't find PD
I have it.
8020. But basically the P means pregnenolone and the D means DHEA, and it's an 80% pregnenolone and 20% DHEA.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
simplistic.
Good for just overall hormonal health.
Yep, it has 400 milligrams of pregnenolone and then 100 of DHEA. So that one goes out of stock quite often. Like it will be in, and then people will buy it up because a lot of people have found that precursor hormones are really, they need that kickstart, and that's not one that you take all the time. You just take it, get kickstarted, and then you can just regulate with essential oils in your own body.
Yep. All right, let's get into the oils because we're.
Oh yeah, sorry, oils.
No, I know.
Okay.
So we have some hormonal oils. You want to do Endoflex first?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I wish we had smell-o-vision. Do you have Endoflex or no?
I don't think so.
So that one is a great blend. It has a kind of a minty aroma. Oh, love it. It tastes. She always rubs oil. It's hilarious. But I actually love to take that with honey. It tastes so good.
You do?
Yes, it is delicious. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
try it.
It comes in our Vitality line. There's a Vitality Endoflex. You don't have to, I mean, they're the same oil.
Mhm.
But anyway, I do love it. It does taste delicious. So basically, this one is just a combination of, different, what is in Endoflex?
She always asks me, like, I have better eyesight.
You do.
Spearmint, I do actually.
spearmint,
My
so it's
eyes
minty.
actually improved this year. Remember?
All that Ningxia Red.
Spearmint, sesame seed oil, sage, geranium, myrtle, Malatrisaria, and nutmeg.
Okay.
Oh, really?
So all those are good. Nutmeg is really good for your adrenals.
Really good.
What's
Myrtle.
Endoflex for in general? Just your endocrine system?
Yep.
Endoflex. So
Yeah,
your
endocrine.
endocrine system.
Yep. So just a overall, but endocrine, the whole entire system.
I take that at night with my Progesterone Plus, just as a maintenance thing. But some people, if they just need to tweak their hormones, they're not as complex as me. I had a friend who took Endo and Progesterone Plus and lost 10 pounds. And I was like, you suck. Mine's much more complex than that. But some people just need that little bit of balance. And then
Yep. So it's going to hit many different areas of your body, basically. You've got your adrenals. You can adjust with the sage that's in it. That affects many different ones. That is a really powerful oil. So
yep.
just overall.
All right. So next one is Lady Scleral. There's this one. Has geranium, coriander, vetiver, or orange, clary sage, bergamot, ylang ylang, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, Spanish sage, jasmine, Idaho blue spruce, and spearmint. Here, let's take some.
And what's that one supposed to be for?
So, sorry, hold on one second.
It is like a divine fragrance.
It's supposed to help your mood when
Yep.
you smell it. They like to use it if they're perimenopausal or during menopause, because it also can help excitement. I don't know what I just said. Okay, there you go. It brings love to your heart.
It's a really good sense.
Yeah, you can use it as a perfume.
Mm-hmm. It will attract the opposite sex for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, ylang ylang is so good.
It's supposed to, that balances your energies. But it also can support healthy skin, and that's it. All right.
Awesome.
Sorry, next one. Fluorescence.
That's one of my favorites. So I put that on.
This is more.
Tell me again. What's it called?
It's called Sclare Essence. So
Okay.
yeah, it is a blend. It has clary in it, peppermint, Spanish. Wow, I'm really getting oiled up. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. Spanish sage and fennel.
I like this one.
I do too. I put this on. I mix up the Progesterone Plus one night, Sclerescence the next night. This is kind of my oil. I love this one. You can even make a roller out of this one. So it's specifically designed to support women's well-being and emotional wellness. So just maintaining that equilibrium. This is for hectic lifestyles. This could be for you.
Well, many women like to use it during their period or menopause or after a hysterectomy. But it's good for overall health too.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Clary Sage, you need to do that because you love to talk about that.
I love Clary Sage. I put that in all my rollers, and that's in your roller today. So Clary Sage, it has it's just like it's just amazing. It is like oh my gosh, I'm getting holy mackerel. Okay. Supports healthy attitude during like PMS time.
I need this.
It is great support for menopausal women who kind of that emotional, like, dips and all those kind of things. So very balancing in nature. Contains sclerol, so which is very rare when distilling essential oils. So that's an awesome constituent is sclerol. It's also in Clary Sage is in Dragon Time you want to show Dragon Time really quick? This
Yeah,
is
let's
what
show
my
next one.
teen girl uses. Love that one. Really helps with cramps and everything else. It's also in Endoflex, Clary Sage, and in sclerescence. So it's one of those that I have as a single, and then I have these as in blends as well. But good for those stressful days. Can kind of stop that busy mental chatter that is like so so disruptive to our clear thinking.
I'm just smelling Dragon Time.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dragon Time
love
does smell
Dragon
really good.
Tell me about Dragon Time. I know it's not what you were meant to, but tell me about Dragon Time.
So Dragon Time has
I put it on my neck.
I can't believe you just did that. Fennel, clary, marjoram, lavender, yarrow, and jasmine.
Oh, yarrow.
And what is it for?
So this one is great for relaxing, and its balancing properties make it great for normal, healthy emotions during times of moodiness. So that's why I give it to my team. It's recommended for young and mature women. And yeah, so
I usually
what
take
else?
that during when I'm on my period,
yeah.
and it's kind of like a lighter one than Clary Sage. I always give this one to my daughter, my teen.
They even have like women love this so much. There is a body oil, bath gel. There's in the
I have it.
shampoo. Oh, you
No.
have them all.
It's Dragon Time body wash,
Okay.
and there's a Dragon Time massage oil,
Okay, that's right.
and they're both super duper.
They are very good. I like vacationing with her because she brings all the like really good fancy schmancy stuff.
I do. There's no way I'm using you know what? All those chemicals.
Right.
All right. Well, that kind of sums it up. Oh, do you want to talk about this one? Oh, you know how we're talking about our gut?
Yeah.
Just really quickly, probiotics is one thing, but also the food we eat. And so food enzymes is a really good idea to help your body break down food.
Mhm.
And so we have two different food enzymes. We have Essential Zyme and Essential Zyme 4. I take Essential Zyme 4 anytime I go out.
Do you have a one? I don't have any in my
Yeah,
purse. Can you? Okay.
The box is in the cabinet if you want that, or there's free ones go up on the left.
Okay.
What's the difference between the two?
Box.
This
has been since I have gotten older. I have realized that when I eat out or I eat, I don't know, just food, like in general, a lot of times I'm not absorbing all the nutrients that I should be absorbing. And so this one, it says Essential Zyme 4 because it takes care of the dietary fats, proteins, fiber, and carbohydrates. And it breaks them down and then gets them to the places they need to go. So I love these. And they're
it's a 2-pack. It's like you take 2.
Yeah, there's 2 capsules. You take them both at the same time, and you take them with your meal.
Mm-hmm.
They're super easy, but I highly recommend.
Anytime I eat meat
been a
out, I
game changer.
definitely eat it because our digestive tract it's so long, it wasn't necessarily made to process all that meat. So the enzymes.
So what's the difference? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, what's the difference between the enzymes 4 and the Essential Zyme?
This one takes care of the 4 different categories. The other one has it just takes care of different things in like it goes to a different part in the digestive system. And it's more, I thought I had a work. Oh, it's probably not in this one. It's in my supplement folder. It just doesn't have, it's just kind of an overall.
Right. It's an overall.
You would take that. I'll send you the podcast on the 2 of them because there's a really quick, like 3-minute podcast on each of these and the difference between them. Just to make it easy. Because having enzymes of some sort in your arsenal is really, it's awesome.
I feel like Essential Enzymes 4 is just more specific.
Yeah, I think it is too. But it came after Essential Zymes. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll send you. Jen O'Sullivan is great. She kind of breaks down a lot of these different ones. So if you have a particular one that you're like,
Yeah.
I need more information on, whatever.
This one says for the 4, the animal-based enzyme capsule is formulated to delay its release in the lower intestine region where the environment is more alkaline and the pH level is better suited for animal-based enzyme breakdown and proper absorption.
I like that.
Yep. So do you want to go over that list real quick that you have?
Oh yeah. So here are just some overall things. This actually came from Jen O'Sullivan too. She's like the oily, amazing person. Anyway, these are her top like 10 things to do or 11 things. Drink water. We all know that we have to drink our weight in water plus 20 ounces every single day.
Well, half your weight.
Half your weight
plus
20 ounces. Half your weight plus 20. It's a lot. Add greens, of course. Get more sleep. That's hilarious, right? But 7 to 8 hours. If you don't, it increases your hunger hormone and it causes fat storage to get out of whack. And it can increase insulin resistance. So it's crucial. Go on a walk, obviously get oxygen to your body and brain. Create space, say no, except to these kinds of classes at night. Nap. It would be great if we could all like take a 20-minute nap. That'd be awesome. Limit noise at like social media. They have this thing where they talked about people make like 2,200 decisions, like just from social media, just like scrolling. Like we think we kind of, just kind of zone out and go through social media, but actually it taxes your brain, which is kind of crazy. So try and not have to make all those decisions every single day by getting off social media. Limit coffee and alcohol. They're endocrine disruptors. Ditch the white sugar. Obviously, it will affect your estrogen and testosterone. Limit the junk. Ditch and switch. That's absolutely huge. I think you used Thieves Cleaner, right?
Used what?
Thieves Cleaner.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's good.
So synthetics are the biggest endocrine disruptors. All those petrochemicals just annihilate our hormonal system. So those are just a few easy things. Not easy, but
do you have any questions? I know it's a lot.
No, tell me again how yes. Sorry. Tell me again how you guys test your hormones regularly.
So we do it differently. So I get muscle tested. So I go, I was going to the endocrinologist. I go to the endocrinologist once a year, but everything's normal there.
Yeah.
So I actually get muscle tested every week. Because I am more complicated and I bring things that I think I need. And so that helps me focus. I definitely have adrenal support, thyroid support.
Do you use someone who muscle tests you themselves or that uses a machine?
Themselves. Yep.
Okay.
she is an awesome doctor. In fact, we have this Empower event that we're doing the end of this month on the 30th.
Yeah.
And 2 amazing doctors are going to be speaking about how to take control of your health.
Yep.
And it's on a Saturday morning.
Are you local?
She's by me.
Oh, okay.
She's
So
in
Dr.
Geneva.
Palmer, the doctor I go to, she does quantum nutrition testing. She is in Longwood. And she has several practitioners that are amazing. So I go there once a week and my kids and my mother, we all go and do the muscle testing. But do you want to?
And then I just go to
Regular doctor?
yeah, they're all
DOs.
yeah, they're DOs and midwives, and yeah. So I took myself out of the like mainstream system like a long time.
Yeah.
So they
Mhm.
pretty much, and they give me like, they test my blood like right there, and they give me the results like right there, like
In the office.
in the office. Yep.
Wow.
That day, that fateful day, I went on my birthday. Don't ever go to the OB on your birthday. I guess they're not official OBs, but anyway, yeah, she is the one that delivered the news, to me. And she just ran the blood test right there, and I got my hormone levels. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to do it on the video, but I there's someone that I go to that I do the muscle testing with, but I'd be curious to know who you use. And I would be curious to know who your doctors are, if you
Yeah.
are willing to text me.
I use Dr. Palmer at Palmer Natural Health in Longwood. And then I have a functional doctor that I take my mom to in Kissimmee. His name is Dr. Fernandez. He's awesome. It's just very far.
And I got a list of some other doctors. We need to look them up.
Yeah.
From my friends, because they were looking for more people are looking for functional doctors and naturopaths. So they're out there. I have to search for them. But who is your doctor?
She's not a doctor, the one that muscle tests me.
Oh yeah.
Her name is Laura Jones. She's in downtown Orlando.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And then
Yes. Oh, sorry.
okay.
You talk
I
about
thought maybe
doctors.
you recognize it
know
or something.
Yeah.
The only doctor that I know of that's like I take my kids to the Canizario clinic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then what is his name? Fui. There's a doctor in Lake Mary, but I don't use them because he's on it with insurance and everything. Do your doctors take insurance?
No. No.
Yeah.
None of
Yeah.
mine.
Kids go to Dr. Franz so that she does.
Franz is another one like Canizario. Okay.
Yeah,
But she's for kids, isn't she?
Yeah, during the pandemic, she was taking adults. I don't know if that stopped. But she's an integrative doctor. So yeah, that's where my kids go. And she does take insurance.
We're gonna end the recording, so we're just gonna sign off,
Okay.
and then we can keep talking. So
Okay.